What's up everybody in Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTube land? This is Jesse Byrne representing TeamFTK, and today I'm coming at you guys from Ben 10,000's YGO's channel to show you guys my awesome Volcanic Burn Paleozoic deck profile. So I've been featured on the channel before and I did a Trickstar deck profile. I think some of you guys might have liked it, so if you like this video, make sure to click the link in the description, check out TeamFTK, please subscribe, and also make sure to keep subscribing to Ben 10,000 of YGO. He's a really awesome Yu-Gi tuber, he's one of my personal favorites, so go ahead and subscribe to both of us. Alright, so in case you guys haven't seen my channel before, what we basically focus on is rogue and anti-meta strategies, as well as new type of discussion videos to help new players in the game. Anywhere from like best rogue decks to top 10 best decks of the format, videos to help new players on like how to introduce new players into the game, things like that. So if you do guys like what you see, make sure to please subscribe to TeamFTK. And once again, big shout outs to Ben 10,000 YGO for letting me guest upload on the channel. So let's get in the list and I'll show you guys what I play. Starting off, we play 3 Rocket. This is like the heart and soul of the deck. What it lets you do is when it's normal summoned or special summoned, it lets you add a copy of Blaze Accelerator Reload from the deck or graveyard, which is really good. And he's a 1900 beat stick, so that's kind of hard to get around. Then we play 3 Scattershot. This is the main burn factor of the deck and Regeki during either player's turn. So basically if this card is sent from Blaze Accelerator Reload from deck to graveyard, you get to send 2 more copies, burn your opponent for 500 for each, and then destroy all monsters your opponent controls. And it's really good to be able to recycle this and have a lot of fun and keep burning your opponent. Then we play 3 Shell, which is the main, I guess, draw power of the deck. What it does is each copy, you can pay 500 life points when it's in graveyard to add another copy. So you send it off Blaze Accelerator, draw a card, and add another copy. So it's for deck thinning. Then we play 3 Royal Stormguard. So this lets you target 4 Pyros in your graveyard, add them back to your deck, and then draw 2 cards. So it's really good because you can recycle your Shell, and you can also recycle your Scattershot to keep doing more burn damage. So that wraps up the monsters. You only play a select lineup of monsters because you want to focus more on playing a lot of traps to tutor out your Blaze Accelerator to the graveyard. So then we play 3 Foolish Barrel of Goods. Foolish Barrel of Goods is the best card to play in Volcanics to send a spell or trap to the graveyard, and you're always going to want to send your Blaze Accelerator, so that's why we play 3 to max out on it to send those copies to graveyard. Then 3 Duality. This is a burn deck primarily and a control deck, so you don't special summon that often except for with some of the Paleozoic monsters, which we'll get into later. So Pot of Duality is really good because you can't run Upstart. 3 Called by the Graves to get rid of those pesky hand traps, especially when they try to like Ash Blossom your Blaze Accelerator. This is really what takes care of that problem. It's also good against dinosaurs, which I know Ben 10,000 YGO loves dinosaurs, so I'm sure he's run into problems with this card before.
What? Why, you little... I'll teach you to answer people's prayers! You...
Then we play 2 Wildfire. What this does is it lets you send Blaze Accelerator or destroy Blaze Accelerator on your side of the field. You pay 500 life points, then you get to destroy all monsters your opponent controls, so it's a Regeki, and then you get to special summon a fire token. So it's really good for making link plays, and it's good because it just blows everything up. Then the heart and soul of the deck, 3 Blaze Accelerator Reload. So what this does is when it's face up on the field, you can discard a Volcanic monster to draw a card, and then if it's in the graveyard, you can banish it to send a Volcanic monster from deck to graveyard. So you basically want to just Scattershot your opponent with this and also use it for draw power. Then we run 3 back to the front. This is really amazing because Rocket gets his effect if he's special summoned. So if you have a copy of Rocket in the graveyard, you flip this, special summon Rocket, and then you get to add Blaze Accelerator from your deck to your hand, so it's really good. And Also, if you chain a Paleozoic off of this, you get 2 monsters for free, so it's really good. Then I play 3 of the Morello. This is to send spell and trap cards to the graveyard. So usually you'll send your Blaze Accelerator, or either that, or you'll send a different Paleozoic for a different name to activate more trap cards to make it totally awesome next turn. Then we're in 2 of the Canada. This is basically your Book of Moon. It's not as good as it used to be because link monsters you can't link with face down monsters. So sometimes you can disrupt your opponent. It's really good. It's also good against the Thunder Dragon matchup to just be like, oh, you have Colossus, Book of Moon, now I can play again. So it's really good. Then I play 2 of the MST. This card actually comes in very handy, and it's a real clutch card because not only can you pop your Blaze Accelerator after you've done all your plays of drawing, but you can pop your opponent's back row and end phase, and then chain a Paleozoic off of it, which is really busted. Then I play 2 of this one, the Leechy one. This is basically like Cypher Lord Omega, where it lets you put a banished card back in the graveyard. So it's really good in case your opponent banishes one of your cards with Called by the Grave. You can play this and put it back in the graveyard. But it's also really busted because once you activate the effect of Blaze Accelerate Reload, you can banish this from graveyard, then activate this, and then put it back in graveyard. So it's really good just for that factor of I'm not only able to recycle my Volcanic monsters through Royal Stormguard, but I'm able to recycle my banished Blaze Accelerators with this card. So then the last trap I play in the deck is Paleozoic Dynamiscus. So you discard a card and then you banish a card your opponent controls. It's a really good card, and I like playing it at 2. I might cut it down to 1 and play like a Blazing Mirror Force, but right now I feel like 2 is really good in this format, and it helps you get over a lot of problem cards because outside of Rocket, you have no real attack power in the deck. Moving on to this extra deck right here, it's very spicy. I will mind you that Volcanics don't need to run an extra deck, so if you guys don't even want to run an extra deck, you don't even have to, but it really helps out to have some options with playing Paleozoics. So to start off, we play the 2 Totally Awesome because you have enough Paleozoics to make it, and then they always can recycle themselves if you don't want to go into 2 copies. But Totally Awesome is really busted to make in this deck, so you can end your board with like a Paleozoic and then a Blaze Accelerating Graveyard, so you can negate your opponent's hand trap, basically, is why we play the 2 Totally Awesome. Then we also run 1 Doolittle Chimera and 2 Doolittle Chimera just to boost up fire monsters' attacks. The only real reason we run 2 is just 1 is in there mandatory, the other is to fill in space. But because you have Wildfire and it produces a token, this helps you make Doolittle Chimera, which is really good. Then we play 1 of the Solomon Link monsters. He's really good, but he takes 3 monsters, so it's just kind of in there as an option. Then we play 1 Tornado Dragon because you can pop your own Blaze Accelerator with this. And not only that, it's good against like pendulums to pop their scales and stuff like that. It's good just to have a little backup monster to hit your back row as long as you don't, you know, I don't know. It's good though. Then we run 1 Bluefish and 1 Redfish. This is really good because this is like a Trident. It pops during either player's turn. It takes 3 material, so it comes up rarely. But this card, I'll see myself making it more often than Totally Awesome sometimes because you can search out any of your trap cards and then you can activate them from hand as long as you have a Paleozoic monster as a material. So that's really good because you can just search out your Dynamiscus when you need to. You can search this out to recover your Blaze Accelerator. You can Book of Moon things, and then you can hit them with that Mystical Space Typhoon whenever you need to send something to graveyard. He's a really good monster in general. And then the last 2 extra deck monsters we play is 2 Miss Starboy. This is really good because you can boost up your water monsters. So you have your Miss Starboy to boost up your waters, and then you have your Doolittle Chimera to boost up your fires. So this was Jesse Byrne representing TeamFTK coming at you guys from Ben 10,000 YGO's channel. Make sure to subscribe to this man. He's a really, really good Yu-Gi tuber. And yeah, let's help him beat that other guy that he's trying to beat. And yeah, please subscribe for more.